The story begins in the middle of a dense forest with a large river. Here, a man named Jeff, along with some companions, is moving forward in this river. These people used to catch snakes and sell them in the city. But today, the place where they were going to catch snakes was very dangerous. Here, the boat's captain also tells Jeff that the place you are going to is cursed and filled with poisonous snakes. And I have heard that a very large anaconda named Crimson lives there. Whoever goes to that place, the anaconda kills them. But Jeff, smiling, tells the boat's captain to just get him there. You will get your money there, and you can return with your boats. Jeff was an expert snake catcher, and today Jeff had come to this jungle specifically to catch the Crimson Anaconda. After a while, they reach the place, and here the boat captain demands more money from Jeff, because this was a very dangerous place, and bringing someone here was a very risky task. Jeff doesn't refuse either, and takes out money from his pocket to give it to him. But as soon as the boat captain extends both hands to take the money, Jeff deliberately drops the money, which the boat captain happily starts picking up. After picking up the money, when he looks at Jeff with a smile, Jeff stabs him in the neck with a knife, killing him, and ruthlessly cuts his throat, throwing his head into the river water. Jeff's companions standing by the riverbank were also watching all this. Seeing Jeff do this, they both become very scared. After this, Jeff comes to his two companions and says to them that if either of you tries to betray me, the same will happen to you. After this, the three of them move forward in the jungle and reach a place where they see a large statue of snakes. And seeing this, Jeff says, so the story of the Crimson Anaconda was true. On the other hand, Jeff's companions find many snakes, and seeing them, they also become very happy. After this, the two of them quickly start capturing all the snakes and putting them in a bag. While Jeff does not pay attention to these small snakes, he starts searching for the biggest snake in this jungle, named the Crimson Anaconda. Now, one of the two companions who had filled the snakes into the cloth bags brings them alone to the boat. He sees that the headless body of the man Jeff had slit the throat off and thrown into the water is standing at a distance in the water. Seeing this, he couldn't believe his eyes. Just then, the corpse suddenly sank into the water, and a large object started rapidly moving towards him. The man, terrified, starts running quickly towards the jungle, but then, with lightning speed, a very large anaconda grabs him. The anaconda coils around the man's body, breaking his bones, and opens its large mouth to start eating him. On the other side, we see the man's other companion who is moving forward in the jungle with a bag full of snakes. Suddenly, he stops at a place and sees something that frightens him a lot. In fact, he had seen the body of that large anaconda slithering. As the anaconda was climbing a tree, it was clear from its belly that it had swallowed a human alive. Before the man could escape to save his life, the anaconda regurgitated his companion's corpse. After that, the snake also caught the man. The snake tightly squeezes the man and starts eating him while coiling around the tree. Jeff is watching all this from a distance, and instead of saving his companion, he is happy because Jeff also wanted someone to become snake food. When the snake gets distracted while eating the bait, Jeff knocks the snake unconscious to kill it. After this, Jeff was about to take out his shotgun to knock the snake unconscious when suddenly all the animals and birds in the jungle started making noise. Hearing their sounds, the anaconda leaves its prey and goes away. There was something that all the animals in the jungle were afraid of. Now the scene cuts here, and we are shown a circus show. Said this circus was now on the verge of closing. No one was interested in watching this circus. Here, a boy named Billy Young comes to the circus owner and gives him a suitcase full of money. He buys all the people working in the circus because he had planned to go to Thailand and open a new circus. The circus people are troubled seeing so much money with Billy Yang because a few years ago, Billy Yang used to be very poor. He also used to work in the circus with these people, but no one knows what Billy Yang started doing that made him so rich overnight. The next morning, Billy Yang plans to take everyone to Thailand by boat. Now, since Billy Young had bought all these people, they all agree to his plan and get on the boat, and the captain starts the boat. On the way, Billy Young hides in the bathroom and calls someone, telling the person on the call that the delivery is ready. Soon, I will reach you with these people. From Billy Young's words, we understand that he is planning to do something wrong with the people on the boat. After going a little further, they see that the way ahead is blocked, where someone has placed wood and many containers to obstruct the path. Then the boat's captain says that we can take another route, but going that way will take a lot of time to reach Thailand. So, Billy Yang doesn't like the captain's idea. He threatens the captain that no matter what, we have to reach Thailand on time because we have a show there for which I have already taken an advance payment. If we don't do the show, we will be ruined. The captain says that if you don't want to take the long route, then this is the only way we have. He says that we will blow up all these things with a bomb and make our way out of here. Billy Yang finds the captain's idea reasonable and agrees to it. But they didn't know what a big mistake they were about to make. After this, they placed the bomb near the container and then detonate it with a remote. By doing this, their path was cleared. But due to the explosion, a lot of snakes fall onto their boat because all those containers were filled with snakes. Out of fear, these people start running here and there. Now the entire boat was filled with snakes, and these snakes start biting the people on the boat. Here, a girl named Lenny smartly uses a pipe to release water with pressure and knocks all the snakes around her off the boat into the water. Billy Yang, scared, hides in the boat's bathroom, but suddenly the bathroom ceiling breaks and many snakes fall on him. To escape them, he jumps into the river and swims to the shore. But there, a king cobra comes in front of him. Before the king cobra can bite Billy, a man steps on the snake and crushes it, saving Billy Yang's life. This person was none other than Jeff. Since Jeff saved Billy's life, Billy brings him onto his boat. Jeff lies to everyone here, saying that he is a wild explorer and got stuck in the jungle due to an accident. Just then, a circus man named Jiao starts experiencing severe pain in his ear. The pain was so intense that he falls down. When Jeff looks closely into his ear, he realizes why Jiao is having trouble. After this, Jeff makes a cut on his finger and takes it near Jiao's ear, and then a thin poisonous snake comes out of Jiao's ear and bites Jeff's finger. But despite the snake bite, nothing happens to Jeff, and he throws the thin snake into the water. Seeing this, Lenny is very surprised and starts thinking about the snake bite. Why wasn't Jeff affected by the poison? Lenny also had knowledge about snakes. She knew that to become immune to a snake's venom, a person has to introduce a lot of snake venom into their body. Only then does the snake's venom not affect that person. She tells all this to Billy Yang and says, "I don't think Jeff is okay. You also saw that the snake bit him on the finger, but nothing happened to Jeff." But Billy Yang doesn't pay attention to Lenny's words and says that we should thank Jeff because he saved my life and that of one of our companions. On the other hand, Jeff meets the captain of this boat. Jeff gives a lot of money to the boat's captain, shows him a map, and tells the captain that if you take me to the place shown on the map, I will give you even more money once we get there. As soon as the captain hears the name of the place, he picks up a gun and points it at Jeff. He says that if you talk about going there again, I will shoot you. In fact, the captain also knew about that place, that a very dangerous anaconda named Crimson lives there. Hearing this, Jeff leaves. The captain sits in the boat and starts catching fish, but then we see that the fishing rod the captain was using to catch fish is suddenly pulled hard from below. As a result, the fishing rod slips from the captain's hand and falls down. Now the captain bends down to pick up the fishing rod, but then someone pulls him into the water. In fact, it was Jeff who pulled the captain into the water. After killing the captain, Jeff uses the captain's body as bait to lure the anaconda present in the jungle. After some time, everyone starts looking for the captain, but they can't find the boat's captain anywhere. Lenny starts suspecting Jeff, wondering if Jeff might have killed him. She asks Jeff where the captain is, but Jeff says he knows nothing about the captain. He also says that this is a jungle, and it's common for people to disappear here. Suddenly, a strange noise spreads throughout the jungle. All the birds and animals start making noise and running away. Then, they suddenly hear some strange commotion in the water. One companion says, "What is this sound?" Then Jeff happily says, "Something big is coming." Jeff's happiness clearly showed that he was waiting for this impending danger. Then we see a very large anaconda moving towards the trap set by Jeff in the depths of the river. Jeff's fishing rod pulls down strongly. Now Jeff tries to hold the fishing rod to catch the anaconda, but the anaconda was not going to get caught in Jeff's trap so easily. Then the anaconda appears in front of them. This anaconda was very large and extremely terrifying, seeing which everyone holds their breath. Jeff was holding the fishing rod's rope, and the anaconda pulls that rope forcefully, causing Jeff to fall into the water. The anaconda starts tossing Jeff around in the water, but Jeff was not going to give up so easily. He swims to save himself and climbs onto a small boat present in the river, tying the rope of the trap meant to catch the anaconda to the boat. Now, standing on the boat, he strikes the anaconda with a sharp tool, but the strike doesn't have much effect on the anaconda. The anaconda grabs Jeff. The anaconda wraps around Jeff and the boat, submerging them in the water. People standing at a distance see all this and think Jeff is dead. But the next moment, Jeff swims back to the boat from behind. Seeing this, everyone is astonished. Now Jeff starts looking for the anaconda in the water again, but he didn't know that the anaconda is not in the water but on the roof of the boat behind him. In front of everyone, the anaconda spits out the captain's body from its mouth. Seeing this, everyone on the boat gets very scared. They start running around to save themselves from the anaconda. The anaconda was about to kill the two circus companions locked in the room when Jeff attacks the anaconda from behind with a sharp tool, making the anaconda even angrier. And now the anaconda starts moving towards Jeff. But Jeff hides from the anaconda to protect himself. However, the anaconda does not stop pursuing Jeff. He goes inside the boat to find Jeff, where inside the boat, the rest of the circus. He goes out of the boat. All these people were hiding in the corners of the boat. When the anaconda goes towards the bathroom looking for these people, it sees a child and Xiao. The anaconda immediately attacks them both, but they manage to escape while saving themselves. Now Lenny also reaches them. As soon as the anaconda attacks Lenny, Xiao cleverly brings a pot in front of the anaconda's head, causing its head to get stuck inside the pot. The anaconda starts struggling to get its head out of the pot, and in this commotion, a gallon of kerosene oil falls over. The anaconda becomes completely uncontrollable, trying to remove the pot from its head. It thrashes itself here and there and finally breaks the pot by hitting its head against the boat, freeing its head. But as soon as it is free, Jeff throws a rope noose around the anaconda's neck. Before Jeff can catch the anaconda, the boat catches fire due to the kerosene oil spilling below, and the fire gradually reaches the bombs kept on the boat, causing explosions. At that moment, there is a very big blast on the boat. Now, all the people on the boat jump into the water to save themselves, but Jeff had tied a rope around the anaconda's neck, which is why it cannot escape and burns to death in the fire. These people somehow swim to the riverbank. Seeing the ship burning, Billy Yang starts crying. He cries because they won't be able to reach Thailand on time. The rest of the circus people were very scared because they were in the middle of the jungle and now they didn't even have a boat to go back. Lenny understood that Jeff was responsible for all this. He used their ship as a trap. She tells Jeff, "If you hadn't done this, we wouldn't have faced such a big danger." Jeff replies, "Do you even know how much this one anaconda is worth? If you had helped me catch it, we would all be millionaires today." Hearing the mention of money, Billy Yang's eyes light up. He cancels the plan to go to Thailand, runs to Jeff and says, "I'm with you. Tell me what we can do to catch this anaconda and how we will get the money." After that, Jeff takes out a map and showing it to them says, "If you help me, I can get you to Thailand within a day or two using this map." Now here, Billy and the rest of the team agreed to go to Jeff's boat. But Lenny did not trust Jeff at all, so she refuses to go there. Just then, a girl from the circus team suddenly starts feeling unwell. When Billy Yang looks at her shoulder, they realize that a very dangerous spider has bitten her, whose venom could be fatal. Seeing this, Jeff says to everyone present, "I have a medicine that can treat the girl, but it's kept on my boat. If you want to treat her, you'll have to take me to my boat." Now, unwillingly, Lenny agrees to go with Jeff. After several hours of travel, when a companion starts drinking the river water, Jeff stops him and tells everyone, "Never drink the water here. Nokiri grisaunai gobibiyasas." There are parasites in the water here that enter a person while drinking. After that, these parasites cause such thirst inside the person that they drown themselves in the river while drinking water. On the way, these people get hungry. Then Jeff catches a snake from nearby rocks and they extract the snake's venom, cook it, and survive by eating it. After this, they continue their journey. After a while, it becomes night. At night, these people stop in a tunnel in the mountain where they light a fire and Jeff sits on the side looking at the anaconda drawn on his map. Jeff thinks about the time when that anaconda appeared in front of him. That anaconda Jeff was about to be killed. But Jeff acts wisely and hides himself in a wooden box. The box was placed on a slope, so Jeff pushes the box and slides down to the river. Now Jeff tries to get himself out of the box, but unfortunately, Jeff got permanently trapped in that box and remained stuck there for a long time. After this, these people arrive. These people use dynamite to break open the container, allowing Jeff to get out and join them. The scene then returns to the present. Where Jeff was looking at this map, Billy Young comes to him and says, "Oh, you want to catch that same anaconda, right?" Jeff says, "Yes, it is a very big anaconda. An anaconda that is the king of this entire jungle. All the animals here are afraid of this anaconda. It has hunted big prey around the world. It has even killed other large anacondas like itself. And if we succeed in capturing it, we will become millionaires overnight." Hearing about the money, Billy Young says, "I am ready to catch that anaconda with you." It gets quite late, and everyone falls asleep. Then, one of the circus members wakes up to a strange sound. He sees that his brother is not there. Searching for his brother, he comes out of the tunnel and goes to the river, where he sees his brother trying to drown himself in the river's water. This man stops him from doing so, but his brother doesn't listen to him, and then he sees some strange worms coming out of his brother's nose. Seeing this, he understands that he has drunk the water from this river, which Jeff had also mentioned, that after drinking the water from this river, the worms present in the water make the person so thirsty that the person is compelled to drown themselves in that water. And exactly that happens. Seeing his brother dead, this man cries a lot and returns to the tunnel. The next morning, they set out on their journey again. After traveling for many hours, they reach a river, and now they will have to walk through the river to reach their destination. Now they were very scared to enter the river, but having no other way, they were forced to get into the river. Just a little further, suddenly a boy points downward, and we see that a large anaconda has surrounded them from all sides. One of their companions, whose brother had died the previous night, was coming behind everyone out of fear, but then a large anaconda attacks him from behind and grips him tightly. Lini moves forward to help him, but she can't do much because before she reaches, the anaconda has already broken the man's bones, and then the anaconda drags the man into the water with it. Now these people start running forward into the river to save their lives. After a while, they all finally reach Jeff's boat, where Jeff, as promised, gives them the antidote for the girl who was bitten on the shoulder by a poisonous spider. Now, the land of Thailand was also quite close from here, and they all set out to go to Thailand. But then Jeff stops them. Actually, Jeff brought them to this place so he could use them as bait. Jeff tells all of them that I have brought you all here safely as promised, but now you also have to. Jeff says that if your help is related to that anaconda, then we will not help you. Hearing this, Jeff takes out his gun and Billy Yang also takes out a knife to support him. Billy Yang tells everyone that whatever Jeff is saying, you should listen to him. Here, Lini says, "Are you people crazy? Catching that anaconda is very difficult. Why do you want to risk your lives?" Jeff says, "Yes, you are right. Catching that anaconda is difficult but not impossible, because when the anaconda is distracted while eating, it can be caught." After that, Billy Young and Jeff tie up 2 members of the circus team with ropes to use them as bait for the snake. The child says to Billy Young, "Why are you doing this? Think if we die, who will perform in your circus?" In hearing this, Billy Young starts laughing loudly and says to the child, "Did you ever think about how I became so rich in just a few years? Oh fools, I wasn't taking you to Thailand for the circus. I was going to make a lot of money by selling your body's organs, and that's my business. But now look, I've changed my plan. Now, I have joined with Jeff because I know this anaconda can give me more money than your body parts. On the other hand, Jeff had also tied up those two girls and was now starting to misbehave with one of them. Now here, the girl acts smartly, pretending that she wants to side with Jeff. Jeff doesn't understand her trick. The girl comes close to Jeff and starts running her hand through his hair, and as soon as she gets the chance, she takes the gun out of Jeff's pocket and points it at him. As soon as the girl tries to shoot Jeff, the gun doesn't fire because she doesn't know how to unlock it. Now, Jeff angrily snatches the gun from her and is about to shoot her when Lenny has also freed herself and stabs Jeff in the stomach with a sharp piece of glass. Jeff then pushes Lenny back. But then the other girl also attacks Jeff, and from behind, Lenny tries to snatch the gun from Jeff. In this scuffle, the sound of a gunshot is heard, but it's unclear who got hit. On the other side, we see the two people whom Billy Yang had set up as bait for the anaconda. Both of them are trembling with fear. After a while, a large anaconda slowly starts moving towards them to eat them, while Billy Yang stands at a distance enjoying the scene. Billy Yang. He was waiting for the anaconda to attack them so he could pull the rope and catch the anaconda, but he didn't know that right above where he was standing, another anaconda was moving forward to attack him. Before Billy Yang could see that anaconda, it gets quite close to him and attacks Billy, taking him away with it. Then the rope slips from Billy Yang's hand, covering the two people who were anaconda bait with a net, saving their lives. On the other side, Jeff tries to kill the girl, but Lenny comes from behind and hits Jeff on the head with a big stick, knocking him unconscious. As soon as Jeff is unconscious, the two of them run to their two companions and free them from the trap. But unfortunately, Jeff had regained consciousness and started moving towards them. But then a big anaconda comes and takes Jeff away. These people now quickly prepare to leave from here, but one of their companions was not able to walk because during the scuffle between Jeff and the girls, during the shooting, the bullet hit that girl. A little later, the girl dies in front of their eyes. Now, the remaining three people get into Jeff's boat to escape through the river. But then, something hits Jiao from behind. When he takes that thing off his shoulder and looks at it, he realizes that it is a tranquilizer injection. Within seconds, Jiao becomes unconscious, and the one who made Jiao unconscious was none other than Jeff. That means he had also survived the anaconda attack and had killed it by cutting off its head. Now Jeff ties up the three of them as bait for the anaconda and ties sharp iron wire around them, also sprinkling blood there. After that, he holds the rope of their trap and stands a little distance away. After a while, several anacondas, smelling the blood, start moving towards them. These three are very scared and can see their death in front of their eyes. All these anacondas get very close to killing them. But then, once again, all the animals in the jungle start making noise and running away, and all the anacondas present here also start fleeing one by one after seeing something, but one anaconda was still waiting to kill them. Just then, the crimson anaconda arrives and attacks that lone snake, killing it in one swift move. Here, we can clearly see the crimson anaconda, which was very large and dangerous in size. Seeing it, the three become very frightened. But Jeff, standing at a distance, is very happy to see the crimson anaconda. The anaconda was about to wrap around the three of them and open its big mouth to eat them when Jeff releases the net's rope trapping the anaconda. The anaconda starts to struggle to free itself. It tries hard to break free, but when it can't, it uses its sharp teeth to cut the net's rope and frees itself. However, the net's rope was still tangled around its body, so Jeff tries to hold onto the rope tightly to catch it. But how could Jeff match the anaconda's strength? Jeff, in an attempt to catch it, gets stuck between two trees and now cannot get out from them. Taking advantage of the situation, the crimson anaconda starts moving towards Jeff and begins to tightly grip him. These three people are also witnessing the entire scene with their own eyes and, out of fear, quickly try to free themselves because they knew that after Jeff, it would be their turn. These people try every possible way to free themselves, but they cannot escape from the trap. At that moment, the little boy starts biting the net's rope to save himself, and after a lot of effort, he manages to cut a part of the rope. Now, only a little rope was left, so he uses all his strength to bite through it, causing his teeth to bleed. Meanwhile, the crimson anaconda tightly grips Jeff and starts crushing him, breaking his bones, after which the crimson anaconda swallows Jeff alive. On the other hand, the child succeeds in breaking the rope with his teeth and frees both of them. They start running towards the river. But after killing Jeff, the crimson anaconda starts chasing them. The two hide behind a tree, while the child hides himself inside a wooden box. But the anaconda sees him, and now the anaconda slowly starts moving towards the child. The child tries with all his might to get out of the container, but the door on the other side of the container was closed. The child shouts and calls for help from the two of them, and the anaconda was now very close to the child. Before the anaconda could kill the child, Geo breaks the container door from outside and saves the child. Now, the three of them start running from the anaconda to save their lives again. But the entire jungle belonged to that anaconda. In this jungle, they could not escape from it. So they hide behind a tree, but then at some distance, the anaconda spots them. As soon as it sees them, the anaconda starts coming towards them quickly. They stand there waiting for their death because they knew they wouldn't survive now. But just as the anaconda opens its big mouth to attack them, its head gets cut in half by a strong, sharp iron wire. This sharp wire was actually set up by Jeff, which ends the crimson anaconda. They can't believe that their lives are saved, and they keep looking at its body for quite a while. And finally, they quickly